The paper gold price continues to get smashed down towards $1,700. Even though the dollar index remains very, very weak, it is barely holding at a little bit above 90. And over the last 3 weeks, the Fed's official balance sheet has grown almost $200 billion, probably because yields are rising and these computers, these automated trading programs from hedge funds and high frequency trading algorithms and trend traders say when yields rise on US Treasuries, time to smash gold. As you can see there on your screen with a tweet from the co-founder of a gold storage company, Simon Mikhailovich. He was also a former money manager and hedge fund manager, longtime financial industry veteran. I've interviewed him in the past. The spreads and premiums are absolutely enormous compared to the manipulated and smashed COMEX paper futures price. So for a retail investor to get an ounce of gold, especially an American Gold Eagle, you're looking at paying almost a $200 difference between the spot price for a manipulated gold futures contract and buying a physical ounce of gold. And the spreads and premiums for other gold products are not quite as high as American Gold Eagles, but still an enormous difference between the manipulated paper futures contract price and actually getting your hands on an ounce of metal. So that's basically all I wanted to talk about today. The spreads and the premiums are getting absolutely ridiculous, and some of the problems in silver are clearly now moving into gold, while the paper price continues to get smashed. And then I also put a little technical analysis of the gold price chart there on your screen with the manipulated paper price. So unfortunately, it looks like the next support levels are around 1,678 for the manipulated paper futures contract for gold. But we'll see what happens. I think gold should bottom as sentiment levels are getting extreme bearish on gold stocks, gold stock indexes, and gold. So we should be at a bottom in the not too distant future due to sentiment. Normally, sentiment levels have to get extreme bearish for all the weak hands to be washed out. But this is a good time to be accumulating some of the top gold stocks. So your Newmont Minings, your Agnico Eagles, your Yamana Golds, your B2 Golds, your Franco-Nevadas, your Sandstorm Golds. These companies are quality. They're still making a lot of money. Newmont Mining just had a great earnings. They just raised their dividend again. And Pan American Silver also had a great earnings. And these stocks are very, very unloved right now. So for people who have at least a year or two to wait, there could be absolutely enormous returns in the not too distant future, probably in the next 6 to 12 months, as the correction in gold price is going to be over, as the Fed's balance sheet is heading to 8 trillion, probably sooner than we think, as it is already moving at a very rapid pace. The Fed's balance sheet now is moving at a $30 billion per week or more pace now. And there is talk from both political parties, because both political parties, Republicans and Democrats here in the Washington, D.C. area, they unfortunately have the same viewpoint that deficits don't matter. I'm hearing that phrase constantly all the time here from many people, that deficits no longer matter. So this is the attitude, and this is why there is not a lot of foreign demand for treasuries, why the dollar, despite yields rising, is still being weak, and the Fed's balance sheet is done correcting. The Fed's balance sheet is going way, way, way higher in the not too distant future. It might be over 10 trillion before we think. And I was thinking the Fed's balance sheet could be over 10 trillion in 12 months. It might be over 10 trillion in 6 months. That is how crazy the talks of spending are from both political parties here in DC. Please like, share the video with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to the Wall Street for Main Street YouTube channel, which just crossed over 40,000 YouTube channel subscribers, finally, after many years of YouTube censorship. The YouTube censorship is getting so bad now that longtime subscribers to my channel, and I'm getting emails and messages and comments below videos and Patreon messages, that people are not getting new videos in their feeds anymore who have subscribed to the channel for many, many years. So please check the channel manually to make sure that you're getting all the new videos. And I'm trying to put out more despite the long list of health problems, debilitating health problems that I'm dealing with. And also, if you can afford to do so, please chip in $5 or more per month over on my Patreon. And unfortunately, the links to my Patreon are now being blocked by YouTube both in the links after videos. I've been checking them. They normally don't work now, unfortunately. Occasionally they do work, but most of the time for a month now, they have not been working at all either. So YouTube censorship is getting absolutely ridiculous to make sure that I struggle to pay my bills. And as an added benefit for being a patron, not only will you help me pay my bills so I can continue to put out research, content, information, analysis, and financial education with these videos. And I'm going to be doing more and more interviews with experts. I've sent out emails to a lot of big name guests. I won't name the names yet, but I'm trying really hard to get some big name guests that I've never had on before, but also articles unique for patrons behind the paywall there. And there's over 150 articles on many different topics, including precious metal royalty and streaming companies, gold miners, silver miners, oil companies, uranium miners, and other commodity-related investments. So that's something you don't want to miss. I think it's a really good value, and I'm doing the best I can to create value in terms of the videos and research and analysis, despite my long list of debilitating health problems that are very difficult for me to do any work. But I'm doing the best I can, and I'm going to keep growing this YouTube channel, hopefully in spite of YouTube censorship, and hopefully I will be able to continue to create value and grow the channel much larger in the not too distant future.